So that's it. The greatest Tarkov patch ever will come out in December. Because it's going to add realistic armor hit zones and realistic weapon recoil. Let's start with the armor hit zones. So the armor hit zones will, each armor that supports it will get different slots that can fit armor plates into them. And then the hit system will determine exactly whether you hit an armor plate or a gap in the armor. And that fixes an important problem in the game, because I like to call it the trying to stop an elephant with a toothpick problem. Okay, so let's say you're camping in a room. You have this 9mm submachine gun with 30 rounds in it, and you're pointing it at the door frame. And there's two guys outside, and they know you're in the room. And especially if they have better armor, as the game is currently, they'll just run into the room, knowing they're going to tank at least half of your magazine before you start doing real damage, and then they'll take you out. And that means that they can out-tank you even if you have a superior tactical position. And with the new system, they run the risk of, especially if they get into a room up close and you have a weapon with high volume of fire, that because high volume of fire means high volume of probability of something getting through a gap in the armor, especially at close range. And the second thing is that the new recoil system, like if you shoot a gun full auto, as you can see in the video, I think it's an AK-74, and then he shoots a 9mm submachine gun. I think it's the Russian one, and there's almost no recoil. And especially the recoil system is not anymore that system where you spend the first 3 to 5 rounds shooting at the ceiling and then settling down in a barely controllable recoil that starts shooting at the target. And that fixes another problem, which is that you can now get the drop on somebody or on a group of players, let's say at 100 meters with a submachine gun, and now you can accurately fire 10-shot burst at one target, the next target. And even if you don't kill them, you probably do enough damage for them to run into cover. Because as it is currently, if you have a submachine gun with 30 rounds and you get the drop on 2 guys running across the street at 100 meters, if you try any full auto fire, you'll probably spend the first 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 rounds not hitting anything. And then you're trying to spend the next 20 rounds keeping the gun on target with the extreme recoil, while the target will left and right side strafe and kill you with single shots. And if you try it in semi-auto, you cannot do enough damage against the medium armored player, which means in that scenario you can just throw the submachine gun into the grass and run away screaming. Now with the new system, that problem is sort of fixed, and especially if you have an automatic weapon that's more powerful, like an actual assault rifle or even a machine gun, then you can completely lock down an area. It means you point the thing out of a window and across the street, and nobody can cross the street without trying to get around you or actually providing suppressive fire into your position.